So I do a lot of my thinking while I'm driving or taking a shower. So now I'm just about to go to the gym, and I was listening to the radio. It's Holocaust Memorial Week starting on Sunday, and clearly you should all know about the Holocaust and that period of history. Maybe you don't know about the past 400 years, or the past 1,000 years, or the past 2,000 years, or the past 5,000 years since Jews came about to be. But every time this Holocaust Memorial Day comes up, there's this discussion about slavery and why do the Jews constantly have to put the Holocaust in our faces, and why do we have to constantly be educated about it? And what about slavery? And the blacks went through a lot, and you know what? It's true. Slavery was just as horrific. In fact, more blacks died than anybody died in the Holocaust. And it was one of those things that we should never forget. Why compare the two when both should be equally remembered? The Jews are fighting the fight against this veiled anti-Semitism known as anti-Zionism, which is basically it's okay to be anti-Semitic by being anti-Zionist, and it's acceptable by media where they hold Israel to a different standard than any other country, and Israel is got no problem by being criticized, but criticize it like you criticize any other country equally. Look at China. Why aren't people talking about China and the monks? Why aren't they talking about the Congo? Why aren't they talking about Rwanda still? Millions died in Rwanda and no one's remembering it or discussing it. So when it comes to slavery, why aren't they fighting to remember slavery as much? And why do people want to stop talking about slavery? It's incredible to me that today, in the 20th century, there are nearly 2 million children in slavery in sub-Saharan Africa. Actually, all over the world, there are children, women, men in servitude, in slavery, that's condoned, or rather endorsed by cultural traditions. And I just don't understand why we are not fighting the fight to abolish such things in the 20th century, 21st century that is. There are maybe 22 million women in forced sex trade around the world. There are people suffering right now as I go and enjoy the gym, and nothing's being done about it. So I don't think that means that we should forget about the Holocaust because it happened and it's not happening now. Well, Jews will always fight anti-Semitism because it has always been the first sign of things that become more physical, become more active, from a country getting rid of its Jews due to economic troubles, and they want to blame somebody. Incidentally, when they get rid of the Jews, then the economic troubles start. So we're fighting a fight, me as a Jew, to stop anti-Semitism, to educate, and to remind people of what happens when hatred overtakes logic, reason, and common sense, and value of life, obviously. But I think slavery should have the same attention, the same platform, and the same focus in schools, in history, not because it's a historical thing that we should have and know about, but also because it's still going on, and we have to stop this. And yes, genocide does continue also. Look at Rwanda. The only difference between the Holocaust and any other mass illogical, horrific event in his period of history is that it was, because there wasn't many Jews anyway on the earth, the actual contemplation of an engineered annihilation of a people, and that the rest of the world went on without even noticing, without even moving to stop it. I mean, look at when the UK and the US and other Western civilizations entered into the war. So late, so many Jews died. We came close to being destroyed. And why forget about that? Again, it doesn't trivialize any other loss of life or demographic or religious grouping. Look at the Kurds. But why not just fight for your corner while we fight ours? So, yes, sorry about the rambling, because it's much easier for me to talk to somebody to a face than to a camera, but hopefully I'll get used to it. Alright, if you feel you want to debate this, please go ahead and yeah, be nice about it. Alright, have a great day. Bye.